tell me about the workshop that you were just presenting, or the session?
Yeah, it was a pretty fun little exercise. I guess the emphasis is on songwriting and the essence of how you write a song. For me, that's, without reiterating what I've just kind of said downstairs, is something that's quite complex. It involves a lot of different elements, and it's not really something that can be easily explained in words. So part of the talk downstairs was just trying to explain some of those concepts to people that might be new to songwriting.
So what do you enjoy most about writing?
The expression, I think, and the idea of building a world through lyrics and poetry, and creating characters and creating places that maybe couldn't exist in the real world or something like that. That's what I like about it. It's like storytelling.
What advice would you give for a young writer like yourself?
Just try and keep it real and try and keep it as true and honestly reflective as you can, because that's the stuff that resonates with people when they hear a song. And just try not to end up on The Voice.
For you personally, when you hear a song, what really does it for you? Like, what's the thing you hear and think that makes this a great song?
Melody, lyrics, and structure. Melody is just killer. Like, that's the stuff that can tear your heart out in a split second. And also the way that chords kind of can set up a melody and introduce something. Yeah, that's probably what is the most inspiring thing for me when I hear a great song. For example, that fucking song by that Kevin Parker just did with Mark Ronson, Daffodils. Like, that melody is just like so good. You know the song I'm talking about? No, you gotta hear it. Listen to it.
This is the last one. So over the weekend the Fringe Festival has been going on, which is what this workshop's a part of, and the Writers Festival. So do you, and if you do, why do you think that writing festivals like this are important community events?
I think any kind of community event like this, it's putting a more positive light onto artistic expression or nurturing creativity is awesome. And I never sat down when I was a kid and had someone sit there and tell me about songs for an hour. I don't know if I made any sense in that hour. Like, maybe it could have done more harm than it did good, but it's still cool that there's an initiative like this that gives kids access to to speakers and tutorials and workshops where they can kind of develop something that they might. It's not, songwriting and being creative isn't something that you can really teach. You can only advise and hopefully drop some markers that might make people come to their own conclusions and answer some questions, and I think that's what's happening here. So yeah, it's a really positive thing.
Great, thank you very much for that.
No worries.
I'll hand it over to Tom.
Yeah.
One question, because I know you've got to get.
Yeah, you can ask me 2 questions. It's fine.
I really
feel bad now because you got so many questions.
Look, I really wanted to ask you. Actually, when the question's wrong, I wanted to record it as well. Where does place kind of figure in your songs when you're writing them, when you're writing the lyrics? Do you have a set place in mind? Do you go to
like a time period, or?
Well, like a time period, or even a geographic place. You wrote America, and I assume it was when you were in America touring.
No, it was America was written about. America is actually about Anita Pallenberg, Keith Richards' girlfriend, because she was this European model that was trying to make it in America. So that's what the song's actually about. It's not about America, but yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a time period or any geographical kind of sense when I write a song. It decides that by itself. Yeah.
The other one, I like my very last question. I'm really curious about Supersonic Casualties and the record is for the kind of Mighty Bush themes in there. Was there a deliberate sense of trying to be playful with meaning, or is it like there's no meaning but you're trying to be playful with the audience and trying to...
Yeah, I think so. It's interesting with that we got that Mighty Bush reference a lot, and I'm a huge fan of Mighty Bush, we all are. I don't think we ever went into any of that with the imagery thing, even linking it, thinking that it looked similar. I think what does in reflection now look similar is the colour palettes and stuff that they use, because it's quite bright, you know, like the supersonic acid casualty faces and stuff that we use in those clips. It's like really bright greens and reds, and that is very kind of Bush style. But yeah, I think that, you know, we were just trying to make this new record a bit more fun, a bit more psychedelic, and a bit, you know, just we wanted to just open people's minds. We didn't want to kind of try and formulate their minds. We just wanted to give them some kind of style of expression that make people give them something to think about, you know. And I guess maybe the other reason why the Bush reference comes up is because that Records Flawed clip is shot in London, in Shoreditch, where the Bush, I think this third series is set in Shoreditch in London, so a lot of the buildings and stuff, that's actually, we didn't do that on purpose either, but that's probably why people drew the comparison. Yeah, no worries.
Thank you so much.
Only then you will find me sitting under this plastic